Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and me.
All right, we are back.
Straight from the devil's asshole. 107 degrees out.
It is. I have to remind myself every time I complain about how hot it is that, like,
Yesterday I complained so much, and today God was just like, yeah, that's funny.
yeah, I mean,
It's fucking brutal, dude.
AC kicking in here, and it's 78
I'm
in here.
fresh out of work, as you can see.
Yeah.
I am sweating profusely. You had already given me a seltzer. I told you the minute I came in here, if this was liquid mayonnaise, I would drink it. It's fucking, it is so hot. This is fantastic.
This
the tumbler
weather
is keeping it
this
ice cold.
Tumbler is amazing. This weather reminds me of the best beer I've ever had in my life,
Oh my
which
God.
was I was 20. I worked at the golf course at Bellevue, the country club. I did the greens, and the guy who was the assistant greenskeeper had a couple accounts around the neighborhood.
Weirdly enough, I don't know how this never got brought up. You definitely know, like, one of my very good friends' grandfather who was there forever.
Who's that?
Last name was Njemi.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's my-
Yeah, there's a
well,
couple of those guys.
It was my buddy's grandfather. He definitely passed away.
Yeah.
But both of my buddies were caddies.
There's a bunch of those, they're in Medford too, I think, and
No.
some Melrose, right?
Oh, definitely in Melrose, but they are from Malden. They're
Okay.
great people. But go ahead.
So, anyways, I was cutting lawns, and my dentist was one of the lawns we would cut. So we would go after work, cut a couple lawns
Yep.
around, like that, were right on the course. And he was like, "How old are you now?" It was hot as balls. I didn't want to do it. And I'm like, I looked at him, and he's like, "This was my dentist growing up," and he's like, "You're old enough." And he handed me a Pete's Wicked Summer Ale. Now, they don't make Pete's anymore. Pete's was like a craft brew, like similar to Sam Adams.
Yep.
I don't know if Sam bought him or whatever, but it had like an old baseball field on the front. He handed it to me, and I'm not like a summer ale, like whatever. It's fine. It was the best fucking beer that ever fucking went down my throat, dude. Hot weather, cold beer,
Dude.
when you've been working all day is the best.
One of these episodes, I talked about going to the Celtic versus Portugal soccer game at Fenway.
Yep.
The lines were through the roof for a beer. So me and the kid I went with, the only line that was available was Coors Light. Now, generally, I'm not a Coors Light guy. I will drink it. I will drink that way over Miller Lite.
Sure.
This thing was so frosty, buddy. I
Yeah.
still talk about it. This was 15 years ago. I mean, how long ago was yours?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, longer than that.
And
dude.
we both looked at each other
25.
and we were just like, this is the best beer I've ever had. Ever. It
Makes
was
you
so
thirsty.
fucking good, dude.
It's cold beer weather right now.
This is very good.
My buddy actually texted me like a little video of like a fucking cooler he had that was like, you know, when your cooler's like half water, half ice.
Yes, sir.
He's just pulling a Peroni out of there, and I'm like, oh man, that thing is fucking golden.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do some sponsors. We got some new sponsors coming on, so
We
we're gonna
sure
do
do.
sprinkle the new sponsors into the
Ooh,
middle of the show.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, and we're gonna and the OGs get
OGs,
get
yeah,
the front for now. But
You
we're gonna
guys
be
can
moving,
kick your feet up and wait for
yeah,
the OGs.
We're gonna be moving in and out of not moving in and out of sponsors, but moving them in and out of where we drop them in the show.
Correct.
But
'Cause
so
we
I'm
also
gonna start.
want you
By
to-
the way, I'm gonna take over for one of them today. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
you
right
are.
now because I was there yesterday, picking up some shirts that our boy Craig made for us at Extra Effort Hockey,
Yep.
199 Newbury Street next to
That-
Breakers.
Look at this.
Okay, so if you're a single 45-year-old person and you've seen a band of Breakers,
That's where he does his other thing.
that's where he does his other thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So where he does the extra effort hockey is on Newbury Street. It's not 189.99 though. Wow, that was a lot of nines.
199.99.
Yeah,
I got a niner in there.
Couple niners. It's
All
on
right,
the-
see, I'm already fucking up the.
it's all right. It's on Route 1 South though. Just fucking.
All right, you get the address. It's on Route 1 South.
Yes. It's
Okay.
a blue fucking warehouse. It's
So by the way, just a plug, if you need a shirt or a hat
Yeah,
done, he can
fact.
do that for you too.
There you go.
okay?
No free
So
ads.
that's an extra one for you, Craig, for me fucking up the address.
Yep.
ExtraEffortHockey.com, and you can look them up on Facebook. I'm on their Facebook page right now. 1,000 square foot of synthetic
I was
ice.
hoping you didn't forget it. Hoping you didn't forget it.
And by the way, I knew I was in the right place because he's got a sick truck, Silverado, and the back has a nice wrap on it. It says Extra Effort.
Yep.
That's how into this like shit
Yeah.
they are.
He's fucking. He wakes up with skates on.
Whether or not you're Wayne Gretzky or you're just learning the game, they can take you to the level that you need to be at. And they work with everybody and get them up to, like I have a personal friend, as I said, shout out to Reed Huntley, goalie, working with them on a weekly basis. So if you're one of those people who is into hockey, which if your kid plays hockey, you're fucking in. You have no choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like being in jail. You're just in there. It is what it is. There's no getting out, you know. So go see our boy at Extra Effort Hockey. Check out their website. You can find them. Great guys, great people. We love them. You'll love them too.
All right, one of two here. This is for all my restaurant people out there, for all my people with commercial buildings. American Safety Sprinkler coming in hot. American Safety Sprinkler is a fully licensed and insured family-owned contractor. My guy, my good friend Mike Brandano and his team take pride in maintaining exceptional cleanliness and courteous professional work standards throughout their projects. Into excellent standing with our customers. Employees are skilled, hardworking, and friendly professionals. You know how I know that? Because I used to work for Mike. And you're never going to get a friendlier fucking guy than me. All right? They love what they do. They strive for ever-increasing customer satisfaction. Mission is to determine and implement the right to install the service solution for each and every one of our customers. We strive to provide fast and friendly services with the highest level of craftsmanship, safety, and quality available. Now, American Safety Sprinkler, they do everything fire protection-wise. No one wants to fucking catch on fire. There's definitely a... you have to get something done as a restaurant every single year. They provide that. I don't know why the fuck I can't think of it right now. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But either way, AmericanSafetySprinkler.com is where you want to go. If you mention Paul McClurk, he will give you 10% off.
Nice.
10% off your first transaction. How about that? And you go from there. Tell Mike I said hello. I love the guy. And if you see Chucky, which you will, that's definitely his father. If you have any scrap copper, just give it to him. That's what we do. He's the best.
Okay, real quick. These guys just won Best of Boston.
Dude, so I'm so glad that you remember this, but are our sponsors just full of championships?
We're in the city of championships.
I mean, so it goes like Tom Brady, Bill Russell, Paul and the Cork.
Yeah.
We just have sponsors that are just winning
We attract
everything.
winners, yeah.
It's fucking great.
They have award-winning chicken. So go down and see our boy Chris Parsons, 50 Binney Street, Cambridge, Lily Pease Chicken. If you listen to the show, you've heard this before. LilyPeaseChicken.com. Best in the business. I've eaten there. We're planning to go down there again soon. We're going to do another night where we go down there and do a podcast there, maybe in September or something like that. But they are absolutely amazing. Food is great. Get the Nashville chicken sandwich. If you like Danny and you don't like mayo, say no mayo.
Dude, wait, the sandwich that they just won, did you see?
It's like a pimento pressure-fried chicken sandwich.
It's fucking
Biscuit.
sick, dude. It's, the dish that they won, pressure-fried chicken, pimento cheese, chow chow, whatever the fuck that is, buttermilk biscuit. Chef Chris Parsons, Best of Boston 2022 winner, best fried chicken. We tried to fucking tell you. We tried to tell you.
Fact.
And now here it is in black and white, written all over your face. Go to Binney Street. Tell Chris, we listen to Paul McClurk. Give me this fucking sandwich.
Absolutely. Check them out. They're on Facebook. LilyPeaseChicken.com is the address for you to go check them out on the internet. And check them out and get a dish. That's what we say. So that's them.
And the other newcomer to our sponsorship, AJM Plumbing and Heating, servicing the North and South Shore of Massachusetts. You ready for this? Over 100 5-star reviews. They have all your plumbing, heating, and gas needs, certified in all major plumbing and heating brands. Great prices with 2-year warranty on all work. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. Mention this ad, and you will receive 10% off your next service call, or tell them Danny and Brennan sent them. Phone number. Get your goddamn pens out. 781-853-1310. Email. Now, bear with me, people. His name is Anthony Machichi. All right? So the email is AMICCICHI at ajmplumbingheating.com.
We'll put that on our Facebook too.
He is, listen, I obviously I know a lot of plumbers, right? This kid is a boiler fucking guru. All right? Tony Romo knows X's and O's on Sundays when he's fucking talking football. This guy can FaceTime you from underwater, and he can determine what the fuck is wrong with your boiler. The kid's a stud. He's younger than me. He's a Malden kid. He lives down on the South Shore now. I want to say Rockland or fucking. Okay. It's Aruba. You know that.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But the kid is he's a fucking heating genius.
Love it.
So listen, this heat isn't gonna last forever. We know how badly the winters are. You'd be smart to do it now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's a 2-day process, so you're not fucking freezing in December.
Sure.
Get the shit done now. Mention the service. Mention us. 10% off. It's a no-brainer.
All right. Well, you have one more, right?
No, that
Sean.
was. Oh, Jared.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
I got Sean.
And we'll just do that. We'll go through them all this time. But like I said, from now on, what we'll do is we're going to sprinkle them in different parts of the show. But for today, we're loading them up all in the front for our boys.
Well, you know my guy, Sean, right? Insulation Situation. He is a Mass Safe partner, as we know. He is, most people with Eversource, National Grid, which we all have, they fuck you anyways on your bill. They give you a little service charge you don't even know about, a little convenience fee, if you will.
Yep.
Conveniently fucking you in the ass.
Conveniently screwing
right?
you.
But listen, you already pay into it. Single-family homes, 75% off the work. Multi-family homes, 100% off. As long as all your tenants who pay you money anyway are all on board, it's 100% off. Email insulationsituation@gmail.com. Phone 617-835-4784. Now, by the way, we just rattled off
5 ads.
5 ads, right? You could call them all. At some point, they're all going to fucking know each other. Everyone helps each other, right?
Yep.
You're going to need a sprinkler system in a restaurant. Bam. Hello, Lily Peas.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, you got some fucking gas problems? AJM fucking plumbing and heating, they're coming through hot. Oh, man, I'd really love to watch this hockey game, but it's too cold in here. While he's fixing the heat, here comes fucking Craig with some skates. You guys just watching some fucking hockey. And then all of a sudden you're like, damn, what I would really love is just a little bit more warmth. And Sean's over there in his corner with his fucking eye black on, insulating the walls.
I love it.
How's that?
By the way, we're recording this on Thursday.
Yep.
So you guys will hear us on Mondays. That's why it's probably not going to be as hot as balls on Monday, but it's brutal out right now. Let me tell you a mistake I made. I've made this mistake many times in my life, but I made it this week. So I decided in August that I'm going to start really hitting the gym again because now I'm a fat fuck again. That's what happens to me. I gain like 20, lose 30, whatever. It's an ongoing thing. By the way, I know I fucking hate people who are like, that's not good. They put on weight and lose it. I'm like, what's better? Just be a fat fuck all the time? That's usually just be a fucking blob then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't try anymore.
Don't even fluctuate. It's not worth it.
It's not good for you. But I went to the gym and I was following this workout. It was like all squat. I haven't done shit in like a year. All squats.
Legs and noodles right now?
I feel like I got beaten with a fucking baseball bat in a Bensonhurst street brawl. Like, my legs are fucking jello.
Right?
Absolute
noodles.
fucking
Wet noodles.
I feel like I went to extra effort and did fucking 1,000 square foot fucking
Sprints,
suicides.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Legs
Anyway.
feed the wolves.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm in fucking Strugglesville right now. All right, so today we're doing annoying people.
Yeah, it was your boy that thought of that one, right?
Yes, Scotty Moe. Shout out to Scotty Moe. By the way, I'm gonna blow him up on this show right now.
Yep.
He's
he an annoying
from up
person?
in Ipswich.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to play this True North Brewery. Come up and play tunes. I'm like, I book a date. He texts me yesterday. Can you move that date? I got something planned. We can't turn it down. I'm like, what am I fucking like? People, I'm gonna call up Springsteen next week and be like, dude, the garden doesn't work for me on March 20th. Like,
if you
how
don't mind.
doing? So Scotty Moe, you are getting a T-shirt, but you got to get the fucking wrath of me right now.
You're gonna get a fucking
Yeah, exactly. Getting the whole thing. All right, so annoying people. I think I love this. By the way, I will give you a lot of credit. I love Scotty. He knows that. This is one of my favorite things. I fucking love talking about people that drive me nuts. Like, I love it.
And by the way, I was gonna try and go off the cuff today, but like I was driving and I told you this. The AC couldn't have went at a worst possible fucking time. So I'm in my car just melting with the windows down. There's a lot of shit that I could talk about. But the number one thing, and this isn't part of it, the number one thing I should talk about is people that don't know how to drive, like where the rotaries are and you're in the wrong side, you fucking suck. That's a gimme. That's a freebie. You guys fucking suck. Every morning I do it when people try to go on Star Drive, you will knock it in. Ever. But like I seen it today way too much and I was like, this should be on the list, but no. You guys get a freebie suck bag.
All right.
Sorry, now you can stop.
All right, I'm gonna lead. And we're gonna move through these. I got a lot of them, so we're gonna kind of move through these ones.
Okay.
By the way, we've never recorded an episode during the day. I don't think.
No.
Right now,
this is nice.
It's great. It's lovely. Happy hour. Okay, and some of these don't need a lot of exposition, meaning like we don't need to really go into it and like explain a lot. It's self-explanatory, but if you got something to rip on it, we can rip on it. All right, now I know I talk about it every week. We have a larger than usual female listenership to this show. That said, as you said, women are nuts. It's fact. Guys are too, but in different ways. Girls' inspirational Instagram posts.
Dude,
Now,
I had it written down.
Here's what I'll say about it. There's nothing like a girl who's gonna post in the morning like a picture of like an angel with wings in like a artsy like fucking like drawn out picture with something that says like, and then she set herself on fire and the world watched her burn. And then she's posting that while she's drinking an extra and smoking a Newport outside of fucking the Medford Dunkin' Donuts. That is fucking my favorite thing. It's like, and then it never changes, by the way. It's the same person she always was.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna post this fucking. This
every day's a battle, but I'm stronger. It's each day, and they're just jaywalking, just avoiding traffic like fucking Frogger. Get away from me. Get away. You're standing in front of Dunkin' Donuts because you're using their fucking Wi-Fi.
Exactly. I just love people who like that's the main use of Instagram to them. Like I love it because I love to hate it. Like
it's definitely a car accident too. You just can't look away.
Yeah,
Like, why
like, there's just like I don't. When I look for like in general, I don't mind. Like I've said this before, I don't mind somebody drops a fucking. I said this many times on the show. My boy Mark Berry, like every Monday, he drops like a hey, have a fucking awesome Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm down with that.
Yeah, Mondays
But I'm not
usually
down
suck.
with this like 98 posts with a picture of a lion on it that's like courage comes from the deep within you and burns like a fire. I'm like, dude, you work at fucking Target. Like I don't need your fucking inspirational quote.
Will you fucking unpack that box, please? Yeah, it's fucking. I'm with you there, dude. It is and it's always like the same type of people.
Yeah.
It's not Elon Musk isn't out there who's a fucking trillionaire saying the worst days are behind you. Just look forward. No, you know what he's doing? Fucking walking around his house naked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just hanging out.
Making money.
Yeah.
Like being a dick to somebody,
Yeah,
probably.
and by the way, what goes through your head? Like, do you go on Google and say, I need a quote for today?
I think they must follow these other meme accounts, like Instagram
Yeah,
accounts. Not
and then
memes,
just-
that's
and then
the
just,
wrong thing. like inspo, like, you know what I mean? Like fucking,
Yeah.
hey, lift me up today 100 times. You know what I mean? Like, how many times you gonna fucking do it?
It's terrible.
All right, you're up.
All right. This has grinded my gears forever. Now, I have 5, but I could definitely go on and on and on and on and on.
Yep.
Every one of these start off with those who.
Okay.
So, those who badmouth restaurants. Now, I'll be the first one to say, if the restaurant sucks, I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to go back there. A month later, I'm like, I should probably give them another shot.
Sure.
Everyone has
I'm
a
the
bad
same way.
Everyone
Yeah.
has a bad day.
Yep.
Now, this one restaurant in particular, which I don't know if we talked about it on here or not, it's like a top 5 restaurant in Boston. I haven't been back since, but I had a terrible fucking experience. No one else did. Everyone else like, you are missing out. You have no idea what you're talking about. That restaurant was Moo, right?
Okay.
You go on Yelp, whatever, you go on Facebook, anything, and it's just people saying how great this place is. Obviously, I caught them on an off day.
Sure.
But the only reason I go on Yelp is just to see if it is okay to go to. You'll never see Danny Gillis said this about a restaurant. That is fucking loser shit.
I agree with you.
Loser shit.
Totally agree.
Loser shit.
Yes.
You went out of your way to go and badmouth, and I've seen multiple names.
It's not even like I've seen the same thing, but it's not even a consideration to me.
No, but it's not. Yeah, thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
Just go over there and see if you like the place. If I don't like it, I will never go again.
No, yeah, exactly.
Like, for like all right, I guess I contradicted myself because I just said I would give Moo a shot, right? But if I go to, that's a top tier restaurant.
Sure.
They had an off day.
Yeah.
If I go to fucking an Applebee's, right? And like I'm in fucking Denver, Colorado, and like I'm like, oh, well, these kind of sucked. Guess what? I'll never be back there again.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Tell the people of Denver not to go there?
It's ludicrous, dude.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
ludicrous.
It's nuts. I mean, there's people in there making minimum wage, waiting on tips, and me, Danny Gillis, fucking lowlife. I mean, you know what you shouldn't do? Don't go there.
Yeah.
You're a fucking clown shoe.
I totally agree with you.
I fucking hate you all.
I totally agree with you.
It just sucks.
I agree with
There's a lady, she's my girl, fucking this girl Cindy. I don't know if she listens to it, but I used to camp with her because I haven't been up to my camp site yet this year. She had put something about a restaurant in Danvers, and this is what made me think of it today. She put a restaurant, not Danvers, Drake It. She lives up in Drake It, and she was like, drinks were great. This was like on the city page, like town of Drake or whatever. Drinks were great. Chips and salsa were awesome. Highly recommend. And some fucking Karen on there goes, well, did you even try the food? Because I heard it's terrible. And I wanted to rip the fucking phone apart. And her name was Susan. And it drove me. I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Susan.
Not a lot of Susans anymore.
Yeah, she was not happy.
Yeah.
You know, she's the type that looks outside. She sees someone of color. She's like, what's happening?
Exactly.
You know?
Yes.
So, and then Cindy just went off. She was like, are you fucking serious right now? I just told him that they had great fucking drinks.
Yeah.
I didn't badmouth them.
Yeah.
Now you're just going out there out of your own recognizance
Yeah.
saying Susan didn't like this place. Fuck off, Susan. Enjoy your fucking frozen hot pocket tonight.
All right, my next one. I got a bunch of these ones, but let's go with some fucking like. All right, this one's for my boy John Connell down at the because he always asks me about Melrose stuff. This is my buddy that works at the post office.
Yeah.
Who's an ardent listener and a great man. Here's what you learn when you live in a town like Melrose that goes from being, kind of like lower middle class to now upper middle class. I am a fucking independent politically. I told you that. I believe I am.
You're 2 for 2 right now.
I am so into.
You are 2 for 2.
I'm so into people's rights. Like, I fucking want you to be able to get married. I want you to be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right? I am woke people.
Yeah.
Who, like, and I'm not going to sit here and, like, I'm not going to sit here and be political. I'm just going to say that, like, in general, if you have a 4-year-old kid, I don't think they know if they. I wanted to be the letter U on Sesame Street when I was 4. I didn't know if I wanted to be a guy, a girl. I just knew I wanted attention. I wanted to know fucking Bert and Ernie.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm just saying, probably need a few years to decide on that stuff. So then don't fucking tell everybody about it. Like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. Also, don't do this. Don't be like we should be a like when people like when refugees come over, be like, we should be a refugee-friendly city. Why don't you just invite them into your fucking sweet house up by Bellevue and have them in the pool?
Right.
If you're so down with it,
Yeah.
like you want to house them, like go out and do your thing. Like
Grab a couple
you're
Somali
up at the
pilots.
fucking country club,
Yeah.
drinking fucking Tito's and lemonade with a fucking dumbass hat on, being like, you know what I think? Nobody cares.
Right.
You would be scared shitless to walk through Dorchester.
They would be fucking. They're mad when there's a golf tournament at the golf tournament.
100%. They're like, who are these regular people?
What is this happening? Did I just see a Corolla?
This is a fucking fresh air program up here? What is going on?
What is happening? Why is this happening? Is this fucking one of those programs where the inmates clean up the fucking neighborhoods?
Dude, holier than thou people that have intense guilt from being either wealthy or white.
Yeah, it's definitely white guilt.
It's a combination of those two things that makes it a perfect
Juneteenth, they're taking the knee.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like, dude, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to fucking stand for the flag anymore either.
Yeah,
I
get it.
It's
they just walk around salam, my brother. It's like, what happened?
Like
what is happening?
Probably have 0 black friends ever in your life.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is how I'm gonna make it right.
I've noticed, and this is well known, well documented. Majority of my friends are minority of some sort.
Yeah.
And so I've grew up like knowing how to be around minorities. I understand completely what you're saying. Like, the Prius with the fucking, coexist bumper sticker.
They have a plant in Melrose that just pops them out.
Dude, it's like the little parachutes from the garden.
Yeah,
and just out there like, wee.
They come out of Elk Pond.
Yeah. So I'm going to piggyback on this, right?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Because I had one that said, those who talk about politics. Wait, I think I wrote it differently, but it was something to that line. Yeah, it was those who talk about politics. Now, I say this, right? There's other things we could all talk about, but all roads lead to fucking the White House nowadays.
Sure.
No matter what.
Yep.
Right? So, majority of the people that I work with, and this is going to sound crazy because everyone's like, oh, yeah, union, they're Democrat. You couldn't be more wrong. The world I live in right now, you see more fuck Biden stickers on hard hats than anything, right? And whatever, teach his own. That's why we live in America. You can fucking do that if you want to, right? The minute I start at 6 a.m.,
Yep.
6:01 or fucking 5:45 when you get there, there's a guy pulling up an article that has fucking Batman symbols and fucking @ signs as a website, right? He's like, did you see the new one? I'm like, what? He's like, fucking Biden. He's fucking testing the COVID shit on monkeys, and they're dying. And it's like, what? He's like, look, it's right here. And I look at the website, I go, did you sit on your phone? Like, and just, is this like an ass dial? No, it's real. Look, just look. And it's like, all right, dude, that's all. And like, they are normally 9 times out of 10 decent people to talk to.
Sure.
The last thing I want to talk about is politics.
Yeah.
The last thing.
Yeah.
And a perfect example is Brady goes to the Buccaneers, year 1 goes to the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
The week of the fucking Super Bowl, right? Not one person out of 12, 15 plumbers was talking about sports. And I'm just sitting there on my phone, just minding my own business, and they're just fucking, yep, Trump, fuck. You're not poking me with no damn needle. Great, dude. Finally, I go, does anyone here have balls and watch sports? Does anybody?
Yeah.
We talked about this last week. You should
Yeah.
have a decent conversation with sports. All hottie men, tattoos, and all you could talk about is fucking politics and Trump and Biden. Shut the fuck up. Do you think they talk about you? They don't.
They don't give a fuck about
They don't
you.
give a fuck.
They don't give a
So
fuck.
both sides, the fucking yuppies up in Melrose can fuck off, and all these fucking retard conservative fucks that have nothing else to talk about. Nothing. And it's not just them. They're the same people. If they met in the duel would be incredible.
I agree. I also, lastly, I'm going to end the woke person thing by saying this.
What
The
are
big
these
thing in-
flavors? These are-
yeah. The big thing
Oh,
in,
these are the Corona ones.
Yep. Big thing in Melrose the last year has been the fight over the mascot. Like, I'll just be completely honest with you. I don't think I really don't care if they were like, oh, we just decided to change the mascot for no reason. Let's say there wasn't any reason. Decided to change it. I don't know. I don't like have that much hometown pride that like I'm like so addicted to it. A lot of my friends do. That's fine. That's their and whatever. I do think it was dumb. The reason they changed it was like, oh, we're offending Native Americans, right? I don't know how many Native Americans, all these fucking people in their fucking Mercedes.
I don't think the Tonka's walking down Main
That's
Street.
what I'm saying, dude. This isn't fucking Dances with Wolves around here.
Foxwoods isn't around the corner.
Dude, there's a lot bigger problems facing us than the Red Raider
Yeah.
logo and becoming the Red Hawks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And lastly, for the fucking parents that are like, these teens have it so hard these days with the gender identification, all this stuff. You know who had it hard? Teens in like the 1800s who had like no medicine and shit. Like, we got phones and fucking, you could get on a plane and go anywhere. You could research any town in America and find it. And you can look up anything on Google.
And you can see real problems across
You
America.
can see people with real problems.
Yeah.
Exactly. That are having real, actual fucking issues.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what we should really concentrate on this week? So fuck off, all you assholes. That's the last thing I'm going to say about that.
Oh, that's incredible. So, real quick, do you know that guy that's usually, what is it, Maine and...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Think he's out there today?
He's out there every day. He was out there yesterday. There's a guy, so for people listening who don't know what we're talking about.
I laugh every
There's
time
a
I see
guy there's a guy who stands on the corner of Main Street and I believe that is Upham in Melrose, but maybe it turns
Is it?
into
No,
something else.
it's not Upham.
It's
Yes.
Essex Street turns into Upham.
Now we're
down.
fucking Uber
Whatever,
drivers.
doesn't matter. Irrelevant. The guy.
Just go up
wears
Main Street, you'll see
guy's
him.
a tall white guy with a bald head, and he wears a BLM BLM sign. He's been doing this for 3 years.
Easily.
3 years.
Easily.
He wears a body cam because people have attacked him before. I don't think because he's for BLM, because he's just an annoying fuck. And like he's like, I don't know if he thinks we're all gonna forget like that Black lives do matter.
Yeah.
Every day he has to remind us. He obviously has nothing else to do.
I mean, well, that's my other thing, right? You need to make a living, right?
Yeah. These people don't have enough problems. That's what I'm saying. Problems and hustling will keep you busy, and you won't be like, you know what I should fucking think about?
You know what I need is poster board.
Yeah, you know what we gotta do?
I need poster board and rope so I
We
can
gotta-
fucking throw
yeah.
this around my neck with the letters BLM.
Yeah.
As I stand here as a pasty white fella in one of the whitest fucking cities in America.
100%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The most annoying part of it too is that like most people from Melrose didn't know a black person unless they were a Metco person. that they
Oh,
went to high
dude,
school.
yeah, I always
That's a
forgot
fact.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Melrose used to give us a fucking time in high school because I was like, who the fuck is that kid running the ball? He ain't from Melrose.
no.
So I did one of mine, so you're back
All
up.
right, okay. Now we'll get to some more. It's more laughs in here rather than just tearing apart the fucking rich assholes.
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many of these things that annoy the fuck out of me.
So bad. So bad.
I think you'll jive with this one. Here's something I don't. I have a fucking shitload of people that I would call friends.
Yep.
That I would say, and I don't know that I would call. But I have a handful of really tight friends.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of them. Like that I'll like tell them fucking shit about my life. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
But I'm an outgoing person. I have a million people that like I'm friendly with
Yeah.
that have been in this bar and had a beer.
Yeah.
One thing that drives me fucking nuts is people who you are, maybe you're friends with them, maybe you fucking went to a couple concerts with them, whatever. You went to the bar with them a few times. And then, like, they'll be like, dude, you don't invite me over anymore? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't, what's up? We're not friends anymore? Like, I'm like, dude, I don't have time. I don't have time for, like, an ex-girlfriend
Right.
that's a guy
Yeah.
that, like, wants me to make me feel guilty
Yeah.
that I'm not your best friend.
Right.
Like, we're friends. If I see you, we'll have beers. Like, I got a ton of people that I feel that way about. Like,
Yep.
and here's the thing to know about, like, I think somebody like me, or probably like you. My best friend growing up, who passed away last year, suddenly, Mike Chafee, me and him would not talk to each other. We would text each other randomly every couple months.
Yep.
We're living different lives. And then we'd see each other. And we'd be like, hey, what's up? And we'd hang out and have a blast, right? We didn't need to. I don't need to fucking massage you and tell you how awesome you are every day and tell you how close we are and be with you every weekend all the time.
Right.
Like, and if you need that from me, you're not getting it.
Right.
Like, I have fucking kids and shit and other people that I'm friends with too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that drives me fucking nuts when
Yeah.
people like guilt trip you and are like, dude, you didn't invite me to. We had a bunch of people over. You didn't invite me. I'm like, dude, I forgot. I don't know what to tell you.
There's
Like,
and we've talked about this off air, but we could talk about it on air too. There's a few people that should and could be on this podcast, but then we get a bunch that are like, when am I coming on the podcast? It's like, what
are you gonna do?
What are you gonna bring to the table? What are you gonna bring to? When are you gonna invite me out for a bill? And my next response will be when you bring your wallet next time. You know what I mean? Like, I have a bunch of those people. I'm totally on board with that. I am a social fucking butterfly. I have friends and pictures with a bunch of people. Would I ever bring them over for a barbecue? Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if I would.
sure.
Best
You
friend.
got different types of friends
Sure.
and different levels of them.
Sure.
Like, so like you got friends that like, if you're in a group of guys, they're there. It's awesome.
I could be driving in my car, see a bunch of people at a bar, and I'd be like, oh, I'll go in.
Sure.
And I don't think they would see me and we'd hug and we'd have a
same
great
thing.
fucking night.
Exactly.
I don't think they called me though. You know what I mean? So I don't get offended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I like invites. Fuck off.
Yeah.
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 I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I mean, I don't need, like, I'm not that needy. And like to your point too, going back to what you just said, like I said, I know some people too that I think would be great to have on. Here's the thing. I almost need like an audition tape because it's like my buddy actually who shout out to my buddy Mike Taggart who listens to the show, great old friend of mine, big pull in the Cork guy, big Corker. He said to me I was talking about Maine, and he was like, dude, he's like, don't have anybody over. He's like, you guys got a good rhythm. He's like, do you think they're gonna be able to go back as fast as you guys are going back and forth?
Not
He's
a,
like, "They're
not a
probably gonna
chance.
bug the fuck
No,
out."
but like, so there was a couple that we talked about, and I think that it would work well.
Yeah.
Now, we had one. We said we wanted to do a jail episode with
Yes.
your buddy
Yes.
that's CEO, my
Yes.
buddy that's
those are like special editions.
dude. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be
That's a
great.
great one. I agree.
And we talked about the Thanksgiving episode.
Yes.
And my Baba, who's listening right now, Baba's Den, John Moraes, he's like, I'm looking into some material so I have something to go at.
I like it.
So
show prep.
So I think shit like that. Obviously, our man Craig Kimberly should come in.
Yeah.
Ferg can come in. But so Funk Flex, you know the DJ?
No, I don't.
DJ Funk Flex. So he's like a very well-known hip hop DJ.
Sure.
And at the end, he'll always bring like rappers up to his thing, and like
Yep.
they'll do a freestyle or whatever. And at the end of it, he goes, "Not everybody can come up here." That's how we feel about this garage.
Yeah. It's like-
And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because like, even though they might suck, but like he's like, oh, all right, not everybody can come up here. And he regrets it. He regrets it. So maybe you should stop saying that.
all right, you're up.
All right. So those, and it's not necessarily the same type of people that I just talked about with the politics, but those who talk shop on non-shop hours. Now, if I'm at a baseball game, if I'm at a bar, if I'm at a fucking Stop and Shop, and you see me and you just assume that I'm in construction, which I am with the high vis, Red Wings, Union cuff on the jeans, and you see me and you just give the head nod like, fucking hot one today, huh? Yeah, no shit, bud. Where you working? I'm like, fucking Christ almighty. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. You're at a bar and you're like, oh, what do you do? I'm a plumber. Oh, me too. And I'm like, fuck. You know?
Brutal.
Oh, what'd you do today? Nothing, dude. I did nothing.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah? What are you, union? Shut the fuck. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this today.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk business on non-business hours.
I agree with you.
And I think that goes around the world in anything that you do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just a trade thing. It happens to be that I'm in the trade, so that's how it works. But I can't imagine that if you go out with, say your business partner or whatever, you go to a bar afterwards. I think the last thing you want to talk about is fucking just unbutton that button and just go to town. Just like fucking Red Sox suck. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah. It's not
It
a.
drives me nuts. Like, you're already getting paid for the shit that you have to do,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. There's no need you have to do that, especially in a crowd. What if, like, the guy next to you who's fucking only ready to commit suicide just wants someone to talk to you, and all you're talking about is fucking how hot it was, soldering above your head? No one wants to hear it.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear it.
Yeah.
If it's a funny story, awesome. Say it, move on.
Yes. Also, as an addendum to that, if somebody asks you how it's going, hey, what's up? How's it going, man? And you know them, because there's no way I would hope you wouldn't say this possibly. Don't ever go, oh, it hasn't been that great. Unless your fucking wife died yesterday. Like, your answer should always be, it's going good, man. It's going great. Even if it's not. Because I'll tell you what, they don't give a fuck. That's a conversation piece that's just like a bridge to like, hey, let's get past this point of seeing each other for the first time. How you been? I've been great. It's going awesome. Even if it's not, you'll always get that out of my mouth.
Absolutely.
Do you know why? Because nobody wants to fucking hear it. Doesn't matter.
How's
You
it
don't want
going?
to bring somebody else down.
Yeah.
You don't want to be associated subconsciously like, oh, here it comes, fucking Eeyore. Fucking,
How's it going? Well,
yeah, you got 20 minutes?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wife left me. I'm getting laid off.
Yeah,
And she's like,
yeah.
this was only a red light, bud. I got out of here.
Yeah, I'm on the clock, dude.
It's
I'm on the clock.
I can't stress it. If I can give any advice to somebody that's listening to this that thinks that's okay, don't do it.
No, do not
Don't do it.
Okay. This is a little bit more like, this is more of a person in general. Or an occupation, I should say. Okay. This grinds my gears, as you like to say, beyond belief. If I go into Stop and Shop, and I go up to the deli counter, as I do, and I ask you for a pound of turkey, and I would like it sliced very thin,
They give you 2 pounds of very thick.
and first of all, you have to be there all fucking day. That's your job.
Yeah.
My job is to call people on the phone, right? I don't get on the phone and then just go like, gotta go by, and hang up. I'm here for the conversation. That's my job, right? So just because it takes you a short amount of time to cut a pound at like whatever inch fucking quarter fucking
It's
thing
a
to
turn of
slice
a
it up,
dial.
It's a turn of a dial.
That's it.
And you know what I hate? Sometimes they give you attitude.
Yeah.
Like, and hey, there's some great deli slices out there. And I
Yeah.
know who you are because I go to you on purpose.
Wait, like you just asked them to mop the floor.
Like, Maggie's like, the lady will like say to her, like, that's almost like shaved. And she'll be like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I want it. Now, if you go over to Pace's, if you're not from around here, Jay Pace's is an Italian specialties kind of like
Fire.
supermarket,
Best cutlets in the
right?
world.
You don't have to say shit. You want a pound of mortadella?
Done.
You can see through it, dude.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is, they don't even think about cutting something thick,
No,
dude,
it's-
at all.
It's not in their vocabulary.
And you know what? They get mad at you. I hate this is my fucking thing. Oh, when you go, hey, can I get a pound of Land O'Lakes sliced thin? We got pre-sliced Land O'Lakes right over there because they have a pre-sliced
yeah,
section.
it's this thick.
I don't want a fucking slice of like a cardboard box. Like you just cut it into
Yeah.
like, dude, nobody wants that.
Yeah, that's
I
string
want-
cheese, dude. I'm
want,
good.
Yeah, I want thin,
Yeah.
sliced American
We
cheese.
have that's great, dude. That just took your job away, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I went up to Maine. I asked I should know better. And I got a lot of friends up in Maine. Shout out Maine. I love Maine. Maine's one of my favorites. I don't know what's going on with the deli. The Hannafords up in the old Ocean Park area, but Saco. Fucking this kid was cutting ham. Dude, like
with
like
a Sawzall?
a pound of ham, like 7 slices. Dude, I'm not making a ham steak for breakfast. Like, cut me thin sliced shit.
yeah, thin, dude.
So I can put it
it's
into
a turn of a
fucking
dial.
sandwich.
It's a turn of a dial.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a fucking woman at the Shaws in Wakefield that she used to be like, who wants, I would never cut somebody's cold cuts thick. And I'm like, you are a queen. You should
Yeah.
be celebrated
Absolutely.
throughout the world.
Let's get your picture on the wall.
yeah, you should have an employee of the fucking year to be up on this fucking wall.
I'm with you there, dude.
All right, you're up.
I'm gonna elaborate here, but those who cannot handle drinking. So every single person that drinks has gotten drunk. That is not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that when they walk in and everyone just goes,
Yeah.
fuck. You scoot over so they don't sit next to you, you know? Like, that's not fun. That's not a good characteristic to have.
Nope.
And doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person.
No.
They just can't handle drinking.
Sure.
It's hard to tell people that are nice people, just, dude, you got to cut it out. Like,
Yeah.
There's a cutoff limit.
Sure.
And we don't know what it is. Maybe, they go from beer to liquor, or they start at 8 a.m. on the low, and whatever it is, they reach a point where the fucking sun goes down a little bit, and they just turn into a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Not necessarily angry, more annoying. That's
Sure.
the one I'm getting at.
Yep.
Loud, obnoxious.
Yep.
Every single time. I'm not saying once in a great while.
Sure.
Everyone,
That's different. Everybody eats the wrong M&M
I'm
every once in a
not
while,
talking
you know what
about
I mean?
those people
Yep.
because I am one of those people.
Sure.
And I
As am
certainly
I.
would not talk about annoying people because I'm fucking great.
Yeah.
What I am talking about is the people that when they walk in, you're like, what? I didn't know he was coming. Those people.
Yeah.
Because it's consistent fucking agony.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want that title. You don't want to make Danny Gillis' most annoying title
No.
with that.
No.
With that.
No,
You know?
you don't want to have like that. Like when you look at the bar and everybody's looking at it like, oh, here are all these people. Like when Danny's looking at the bar, there's like a little sign over everybody's head. It's like, oh, great guy, awesome guy,
Yeah.
pain in the fucking ass,
Pain in the
you know what I
dick.
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
can't-
want to be that person.
It gives everyone, it just brings the morale down.
Of course it does.
But like you don't want to. A perfect example, right? You're at a bar and say a random bar, you don't even know anybody,
Yep.
right? And then you just say you're up in Maine and you want to talk to somebody about fucking badly sliced fucking ham,
Sure.
right? And people are listening to you because you're not talking shop because that's what you're supposed to do,
As
right?
you would.
And guy comes in and he just starts fucking tapping on the bar, yelling, and the bartender's like, "Oh, that's just Frank. He's here all the time." I don't like Frank.
Yeah.
You shouldn't like Frank. And then Frank sits there for 3 hours, tips $1 because he's a real fucking gent,
Yep.
right? And then comes back the next day and does the same thing. That guy is who I'm talking about.
Yes.
That guy.
I
Or
agree.
girl who's fucking chain smoking outside, comes back in, coughing over everything. She sucks too.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a barfly.
Yep.
But I guess that would be considered a barfly is
Sure.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's certain barflies that just like to drink and just have a good time. And there's certain ones that are just fucking wildly obnoxious.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Don't
Yep.
be them fucking people. You need a swift kick in the ass, I think.
I agree. I'm fully in on that take.
Good.
All right, I got a special listener submission. My buddy Ben Casio used to live in Melrose. Now he lives in I think he lives in Norwell, or maybe. Anyways, Cohasset. This is a great one.
Yeah.
And these people probably have Priuses that have coexist on them, and they're probably outraged both at the fact that we don't have enough black and people of color in these towns, and then when they see one, they are scared.
They're like, what is happening?
Like, what is happening to my life? Okay. People who have, and hey, these people could be in Malden too. People who have their kids' pictures with the first day of school and the last day of school pictures that are first day of school and it's last day of school and they're holding it like a dickhead. Those people suck.
Like the people that you first and last. You did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
You can also just write under the caption, last day of school.
Yeah.
Here's the first day, here's the last day.
This poor kid's going into 9th grade. He's starting to get pubes, and he's sitting there with a fucking piece of paper. Last day of school. This is great, Mark. Don't be that fucking person.
By the way, these are quick ones because they are user submissions. But Scott Emo, who had the idea for this, also one of his, real quick, people who drive around with their dogs on their laps. I agree with this.
Oh!
It is horrible.
Scotty! How is that not a hazard to society?
Dude, first of all, what are you doing? I hate people who they have their dog with them all the time.
Listen, love your pets.
Yeah.
There's 6 other seats.
Get their dogs. They're animals.
Buckle them in. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But now you're going to sit there and look over Lassie because
Exactly.
you want everyone to look
Yeah.
at you?
Yeah.
Fuck you. And your Prius would coexist on the
I
back.
agree. And people who let their dogs dilly-dally as they're walking around my neighborhood, they're let them sniff everything and take their fucking sweet-ass time. Move it along. Let's go. I got shit to do. I got fucking places to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anyways, all right, you can go because I just ripped off two send-ins.
All right, so this might be my favorite submission that I thought of. This is mine. It's not a submission. It's my thought. But, all right, so you're in the said bar that you were just in, right?
Yep.
And we were talking about ham and Frank
Yeah.
slapping on the bar. And
Yeah.
just to get some fucking peace and quiet, you go to the bathroom. And there's 3 urinals, and there's one guy in the fucking middle. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's not dominance. That's an asshole move.
That's you know what that is? That's I'm gonna piggyback off this next, but that is somebody who doesn't care about everybody else.
I mean, so every urinal should have a fucking shield there.
Sure.
Sometimes they don't. They're grandfathered in. I'm literally saying that. That's part of the plumbing code. You're supposed to have a shield there.
Yeah.
There's a little fucking freebie for you. But why on earth would you choose to go into a bathroom knowing that someone could be next to you when you could just not?
I could not agree more. Yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, what? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are? That is so, I mean, it drives me up a wall. It's as bad as you walk in a New Deal big ass sign says, who the fuck do you think you are putting mayonnaise on an Italian?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about people that take the middle urinal.
Yeah.
It's fucking asinine.
Yeah.
Completely unprovoked, stupid,
Yeah.
and fucking ridiculous.
You want to hear a great urinal story? I'm pretty sure this is my buddy. I'm not going to name his name right here, but like I'm pretty sure this is his story. And I didn't hear this somewhere like by somebody else on another podcast. But he was taking a piss at like some. It wasn't Petco, but it was a fucking major event, right? It was like might have been like Baltimore Ravens or something like that. Taking a leak.
How do you go from Petco to
No, sorry. I think he was at wherever he was. It was a major sporting event.
I immediately thought that you were like, yeah, he walks in and fucking this dog is taking a piss in your
No, so he's like, he goes in to take a leak. He's fucking cocked, and he like looks, and there's a big circular like urinal, like just a fucking trough at Fenway, but it's like that. But it's like, he's like, so you just gotta stand around it, and, like stare at everybody. He's like, I see this guy zipping up, so I like, go over there. Like, I'm taking a leak in there. And fucking all of a sudden these two guys just start fucking dying laughing. He's like, what are you laughing at? Like, he's like, I thought they were laughing like the size of my dick.
Yeah.
And he's like,
it's a sink,
he's
bro.
like, and they're like, dude, that's a fucking sink. All right, so
that's fucking great.
To piggyback off your urinals, which is basically just, we're talking about selfish people now. Okay.
Yeah.
This drives me. When I say this is my biggest pet peeve in the world, it is. And this is actually, it's a trait that like, once I realize you don't have this trait, it makes me, in fact, you have the opposite trait. It endears you to me. People who are late. I mean, you suck.
Welcome to my life, dude.
Yeah. People
We
who
talked
you
about
talk Puerto
this.
Ricans are always late, is that what you said?
It's Puerto Ricans and blacks. It's just their stereotype. Listen, we put raisins in potato salad. It's our stereotype. We put coexist on the back of Priuses. It's a stereotype. Stop being late. and by the way, the buddy I talked about that was late for his own fucking party, who listens every week, shout out B, he's like, no, that's what we do. We're late.
Yeah.
No shit, dude. Let's stop that. We're trying to have, stop police brutality. Can we stop being late?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
I like, when I tell you it boils my blood when somebody's late. And like, because here's the thing. Like, I've had a roommate who I lived with for like a couple of years, who I grew up with. This kid was late all the time. When I tell you, like, he knew what time we were going out. I was there. I'm like, when are you getting into the fucking shower?
Right.
And then it got to the point where I'm like, I'll see you when I see you, dude.
Right.
Like, you fucking do you, I guess. Because then I read somewhere that psychologically, like, it's a power play. Like, it's their ability to, like, manipulate the situation, which made me even hate everybody even more.
Yeah.
I'm like, now you're fucking with me.
Right.
Like, you fucking dickhead. Like, Maggie's older brother, Rob, who I love to death. I fucking would do anything for this guy. I love him. Going away with him in 2 days. He is the latest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. And guy's fucking great. I love him. He might be one of my only exceptions to the rule. People that I give him a pass.
Yeah.
They don't really give him a pass because I still get mad that he's not there. But like, it is infuriating to me when you're late. Like, especially if you're late for something that has like a set time, like a tee time in golf.
That ball.
Like, hey, I'll be there in 10. Go out in the car, and I'll meet you on the first hole. Fucking do me a favor. Take a gun out of your glove box and blow your brains out before I do that.
Take a hole and bury yourself.
I become a super cunt.
My
whenever that happens.
We've talked about it on one episode about like my dad's last thing that we had to do. We all went to like the racetrack and shit. That day, right? Now the big fucking race that we wanted to see didn't go off until like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
The race was in Foxborough. It was at Scarborough Downs or whatever. Yeah, Scarborough? No, Scarborough's up in Maine. Plain Ridge.
Yeah.
And he's calling me at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Hey, you ready? Am I what? I said, Dad, it's in Foxborough. We're not driving to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Well, we got to beat traffic. I said, well, you think we're going to beat traffic at 8 a.m. on a Friday going through Boston? I said, Dad, we don't have to be there until fucking like 11 to 12, like to catch the first races.
Yeah.
This was like the 9th race was the big one. He's like, you know what? I'll just go myself. Now, mind you, my dad couldn't even walk at this point. He's in an electric wheelchair, all right? But he's so fucking impatient. And I go, Dad, we're not going to be late. And I'm the biggest.
Yeah. That's
we're
what I like about you.
We're there early.
Yeah.
You tell me a time, I'm there.
I gave you 2:30 today, and you were here at 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm here.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about,
I
right?
love it.
So I don't know, but I hope I get that trait from my father to an extent because he was a miserable cunt at the end of his life with like time.
Yeah,
if you didn't call him by 7 a.m. on his birthday, he's like, he forgot.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck, let me take the cold out of my eye. The fuck? So yeah, but selfish people, they suck. They belong here too.
Yeah, these are all selfish people traits, by the way. Like,
It is.
Urinal hogs, no pun intended or pun intended.
Deli people just being
Deli
lazy.
People, yeah, people who like, also people like, and we'll just talk about a few other selfish people real quick. People who have one-way conversations, meaning like when you're done with talking, they probably don't know your name. Like I love, like I talk. We talked about this the other day, but I don't want to go into it too much. But like, if you're having a conversation, like I want to learn about you, you want to learn about me, like don't fucking manipulate the thing and wait to tell your fucking story.
Right.
We talked about it last week. Anyways, you're up.
No, I just did it. Urinal. That's how it
Oh,
started.
you're right. Okay. All right, I got one more.
All right.
All right, and this is one that like a couple of my friends do. A couple of my closest friends do this. And I don't think I've ever told them that I find it annoying. But like me and a couple other
Listen
people
up,
talk about it
buckos.
behind the back. I don't think it's really annoying, but I think it's fucking. But it does annoy. But it makes actually I enjoy being annoyed by this when people talk to you. And I don't know if you have any friends that do this, but I have two friends that do this. When they talk to you and they use when they're telling you a story about their mom and dad, right? They go, so dad comes in, right? And I'm like, who's dad? Like, dad come. He's not my dad, dude.
Yeah.
Like, your dad is your dad. Like, they'll be like, mom and dad came by, and I'm like, Mom, I'm not talking to my sister or brother here. I'm talking to you. Like, we met 10 years ago. Like that's not my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like, my friend, who's maybe isn't listening to this, but my buddy Jeff Downey, his wife Jana, and I would always talk about this because we have a mutual friend. Ty Hammer, if you're listening to this, you do it all the time. We would talk about it all the time. We would just laugh and be like, what's mom doing today? We'd be like, what's dad doing today? It's like, oh, my dad or your dad?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? That's a small nitpick, but I think it's funny.
I'll tell you a funny one, too. So I saw a guy, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years ago. He goes, I ran into your father the other day. I go, did you? Yeah, he looks great. I go, well, then those caskets are really fucking good because he's been gone 5 years, you know? And he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, you saw my uncle. They look alike. And they do. My uncle's taller, but they do look alike. And he couldn't have been more apologetic. And I'm like, it's fine, dude. I have to laugh at death nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm an orphan.
Yeah. I gotta say this too, and I don't know if this is there's a 1% chance this is what happened in this case. But if it's a 1% and I didn't say this, I would feel horrible. Because we do have 400 to 500 people who listen to the show. I was walking with my AirPods on in Wakefield, and this guy walked by me, and he was like, all right, maybe my age. And he was like, I thought he said, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't recognize the guy. At all. Now, I'm a pretty identifiable person.
Yeah.
I didn't have sunglasses on. So I like turning my AirPods off. He's walking past me to go to the farm stand. I'm like, oh, I'm going over to CVS. And he's like, oh, it was good to finally see you. So if you listen to the show and you were that person, I think he might have said to see me in the wild.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, if that's the off chance, because Maggie's like, was it a cornhole person? I'm like, this was not a cornhole person.
Yeah.
I know what cornhole people look like. I know who they all are. I can pick fucking Lucas Meyer out of a catalog, and that kid doesn't even live in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
right? This kid was not. He was not. So he might either I look exactly like some dude from Wakefield, which if I do, you are a handsome motherfucker, or this dude listens to the show and I acted like a dick, kind of. So if that was the case,
My bad.
yeah, my bad. Most likely it was just some guy who looks like me. Anyways,
Real quick.
yep, go ahead. You're up.
No,
Whatever, just off subject, on subject, whatever.
It's I told you before we started this, I said, remind me to tell you about my phone call
Oh
last
yeah,
night.
go.
So I'm not asleep, but I'm in my bed last night by like 8:30.
Yep.
And I get a FaceTime by my buddy, John Mondello, who I love to death. I don't see him often, but I'm like, he's FaceTiming me for a reason. It's one of two things. Now, John Mondello is probably, just to give you if you're listening, John, which I know you do, he's probably 6'4", 290 pounds.
Okay.
Big fella.
Big dude.
Big fella. I worked him at Square Mall. He's a massive sneakerhead. Fucking love this kid, right? Can drink an entire keg in probably 30 minutes. He's just the best, right? He plays in a softball league up in Peabody 3 or 4 days a week. I've yet to see him play. I just heard he hits the moon every single time he's up to bat. And I believe it. He's that big.
Yeah.
So he comes to my campground once a year. We have a fucking blast. He's there for the weekend with a bunch of his buddies from Lynn. And he told me the story, and it's not that I didn't believe him. It was just far-fetched for me. So now we know who my favorite football player of all time is. We know why I wear my hat backwards is why.
Yep. Because of Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey. Okay. FaceTime comes. I go, no way. Right? So he tells me a year ago he plays softball with Ken Griffey's son.
No way.
Ken Griffey the third, not Ken Griffey III, his son's Trey,
Yeah.
plays in the softball league in Peabody.
Are you serious?
Right-handed God. So
Where do you live?
I don't know. He lives in Mass.
Around
He
it.
lives in Mass.
Obviously,
yeah.
he's playing in the fucking Peabody
So-
Softball League.
I get the FaceTime, and it's him drinking a beer. It's just John drinking a beer. Monty drinking a beer. He's like, what's up, dude? What are you doing? Now I get all the lights off. I'm just in the AC, just taking it all in, right? Last night was so fucking hot. And he's like, I got somebody that wants to talk to you. Now, in my head, I am immediately like, he's fucking watching his son play. I'm like,
Yeah.
So he turns the phone, and it's his son. He's, identical fucking ringer, except like a little more light skin.
Yeah.
Backwards hat, right? I have nothing on the TV, nothing, and I'm just fucking almost naked, right? I had like a wife beater on, but that was like pretty much it. That in boxes, and he's like, "What's up, man? I heard you're a pretty big Griffey fan." Now I'm like, yeah, man, I'm fucking. Now he's younger than me, right?
Yeah.
I remember him being. I went to the '99 home run derby, greatest time of my life.
Yeah.
And he.
The only time your dad let you wear
Mariners
a
hat.
different hat into the event.
So he he's like, so you like my dad, and like he was like fine talking, and I was talking like I was talking to his dad.
Sure.
Like I was just like a fucking idiot, right? So I'm like, now I'm like, wait, don't get off the phone. So I'm rifling through my closet, show him all my Griffey jerseys, his cleats,
Kicks?
sneakers, everything. I'm sending Monty my fucking Instagram posts. I'm like, look at all the shit I write about Griffey. Fanboying like you fucking read about.
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm texting like all my boys at 8:30 at night, like, I just got off the phone with Ken Griffey's son. And they're like, why? Like, why? How? Where? And I'm like, same conversation, like, what? He lives fucking... As I spit everywhere. He lives around here? Yeah, he does. I don't know, like, where.
Dude, that would be an amazing get if you ever were able to
So-
get Ken Griffey on the show.
Please.
You'd be like, you and me both talk.
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do.
Third chair, fucking Griffey.
The best part about this whole thing is, like, he texted me after I hung up with him, and I'm, like, freaking out. I go downstairs to, like, tell the family, and everyone's like, yeah, great. Like, they didn't even give a fuck. I was bullshit. Right? So, I go back upstairs. I go to my phone, and Monty's like, hey, if you come to camp the week we come, he's going to get you a personalized autograph. Now, I already have 2 autographs for Griffey.
Yeah.
But to one that says, like, to Danny. So, like, I'm like, I can't. Like, I have something to do that weekend. I'm like, here's an idea, though. My camper is still there, and I know it's not locked.
Yeah.
Why not sleep in my camper? I mean, not sleep. You won't have electricity because I definitely didn't pay the bill this year.
Yeah.
I said, but you definitely have a nicer bed and you'll have warmth in the
Yeah.
Dude, so he hasn't got back to me yet. Monty, get me that fucking autograph that says to Danny. That's what I want. How crazy is that, though, right?
I think it's awesome, dude. I told you when Maggie met the new kids, like, her friend got the hookup and, like, they met him, and she, like, literally turned into, like, a fucking... She was, like, couldn't talk. Like, she was, like, bah! Like...
Right.
She was, like... You can see in the picture, she's, like, freaked out, like, to be, like... I mean, dude, it's weird. I think to myself all the time, it must be weird. Like, that's why famous people hang out with famous people. Because, like, normal people just, like, turn to jelly around.
Well,
they're like, ah.
What the fuck was I listening to? It was something like... Oh, I think it was Toucher and Rich.
Yeah.
And they were like, what the fuck? What? It had something to do with Brady's fucking ball. Remember the one that he threw into the in the stands? So when that happened, before like he came back out of retirement again, they were like, that's his final touchdown or whatever. And the guy was like, well, what do you want for it? And he was like, I just want to hang out with Brady. Yeah, Brady's going to go out of his way to hang with some schmo.
Yeah.
To get a ball back? No, he's going to give you fucking some Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He's going to give you like $10,000 tickets for like life.
Yeah.
Like the package deal was not bad.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to hang out with Brady.
Yeah.
I want a toilet seat made out of solid gold, like Austin Powers once said. It's not going to happen. It's not in the books, baby. It's not in the books.
I used to say I want to play point guard for the fucking Celtics.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, celebrities hang out with celebrities for a reason.
Yeah.
I would love to hang out with. We had this conversation. We had an episode on who we want to hang out with.
Yeah.
It's all fucking hyperbole. We're just not fucking.
Yeah. And plus, you don't know. It's like you don't know if you like would get like really like that person. Like that
What
would
if they
bum you
suck?
out. How much would that bum you out if like you met somebody?
If I met Griffey and he like sucked,
Yeah.
that would
Dude,
tarnish my
It
life.
would also be so weird. Like I always think about this. Like it would be so. It is like weird. Like if you, on such a macro level, like if you meet somebody and they know all this shit about you, and like in your mind, like you have a mental relationship with Ken Gifford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your life has revolved in some way around his career, right? Like you've come up with him.
I mean-
like me and Paul Pierce. Like I think about Pierce, like I know Paul Pierce.
So like,
that's how
I'm just gonna show you, but like this is what I had this ready for him, and I sent this all to him. This is my Instagram.
Yeah.
I was 24. You see the stance, right?
Yeah.
See the hat too,
yeah,
by the way.
that shirt's fire, by the way.
Fire,
Fire
you know.
Gendel.
Yep. That was my height. That was my 5th grade jersey. That still
Yeah.
fits me with the Griffies. There's my Griffies. There's Ken Griffey. This is all on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And there's me in 5th grade wearing that jersey.
Yeah.
Like I have 3 Griffey jerseys.
Yeah.
2 of them are signed, and I wear Griffies. I wear my hat backwards. I'm a massive fan. If he came in here and he was just bland, but you're right though. What does he know about me?
Well, that's
so
what I'm saying.
it would be a one-way show.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
sit
what
there
I'm
and
saying.
I'm blowing his dick so hard.
Yeah.
And he's just like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Here's a napkin.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's like when I was playing. By the way, little free. Here's a free ad for myself.
Oh, dude, this is gonna kill you.
It doesn't matter if you can't come. It's not a big deal.
Can't.
It doesn't matter.
I told you though. I got to rehearse. I'm in a wedding next
Oh,
Saturday.
don't remember. Is it next Friday?
Saturday. Oh no, it's Friday night. It's Friday night.
Yeah,
There's a
Irish
rehearsals.
Brewing Company in
Norwood.
In Norwood.
Yeah.
My buddy Paula Hearn, no relationship.
Same spelling.
Same spelling. Needham guy. Owns this place. Awesome.
You gotta
I'm
do
gonna
this
play
again.
Tunes there.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
I'll do it again.
you have to.
I'm gonna play tunes there on Friday from 6 to 9. Anyways, if you're in the Norwood area, it's the 30th, I think, 29th, 29th. Come by.
I will have. Say that one more time so people can hear it. What's that?
Yeah.
Irish Brewing?
It's Norwood. I think it's like 189 Moore Street, Unit 4A, I think. And it's Norwood, Mass. Irish Brewing Company. Irish Brewing Boston, it's called. And it's supposed to be fucking awesome. And I'm going to play acoustic tunes. And if you come, we can hang out. All right, so going back to what we were talking about.
Yep.
I was playing around Boston a lot. I got to play a show. Also, the first song that opens the show, I got 2 texts in the last month being like, hey, what is that? That's a band I was in. I wrote that song. It's called Drink for the Damned. If you look up American Thread, not my name, American Thread on Spotify, that's maybe one of the first songs that comes up. So anyways, I got a chance to play with this guy, John Moreland, who's had songs in Sons of Anarchy. He's a fucking pretty big deal.
No shit.
He's actually morbidly obese. If he was not morbidly obese,
He's right
he'd
there.
be like Bob Seger, dude. This guy is fucking write songs that will blow your dick off your body.
No
okay?
shit.
Awesome. So we played a show together, and we kind of yucked it up afterwards. He hung out with me and Maggie and my buddy Kev Marr, and great dude from Oklahoma. He's a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan. So I would go see him afterwards, because he started playing big places. He would play, he fills Sinclair, he fills fucking, opens for big acts. And every time I'd walk over to him or he'd see me, I'd be like, dude, this is 8 years ago or something. I'd be like, fucking Westbrook, dude. And we would go back and forth on Twitter. And if you, and he loved it. Because it would be that's something you could talk about that wasn't oh, I love your fucking music. I want to jack off on your guitar right now.
Right.
It's if you were somebody who was like that, that's what you'd want to talk about.
Yeah.
You just said talking about work.
Talking
right?
shop, dude.
Talking shop.
Yes.
It's
same. It goes hand in hand.
it's the old SNL Farley thing where it's remember when you said this in that movie that was so cool? It's what they probably want to talk about is not fucking their
Anything
work.
else. Anything else.
You know who's from Melrose? Who's a great guy. I'm not friends with him, but is from Melrose. Jim Murray on Sports Hub.
Yeah. I saw you see him at Dockside all the time.
Yeah, great guy. He's from Melrose, a year older than me. Mm-hmm. I see him once in a while. Hey, how's it going? Right? I'm sure, I can't answer this for him, but I'm pretty sure the last thing Jim Murray wants to talk about, when he's getting a sandwich, is fucking, what's going on with the Celtics right now. You know what I mean? I saw him, I was like, oh, how's Rich and these guys doing? You know what I mean? It's he doesn't want to talk. Just I don't, whenever somebody's what do you do for work? I'm if I have to explain it, I don't want to, because you know what? I don't want to even do it.
Right.
That's my job.
Right.
I don't really want to do it.
I'm
you know
good
what I
at
mean?
it, but I'm just.
I'm good at it, but I don't really want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
it is cool. I think that would be cool to but I don't get the whole thing. I almost, when I really like somebody, it's in a way, I would love to meet them, but at the same time, I kind of would just like to walk over and be like, hey, dude, I'm a monster fan. I fucking love what you do. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't need a picture.
Yeah.
I don't need anything from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My buddy Chris Keogh, he has a great story about when he worked at Foxborough, and like you have to like sign something saying like you can't
You
talk
wanna
to the
approach them,
players.
yeah.
So he's on a scissor lift and he's doing his pipe fit and shit, and God himself walks by, right, Brady, and he goes, "Hey guys, it looks like you're doing a great job." He goes, I said nothing, like I couldn't, like I was just.
Sure.
He goes, so he's like 20 yards away, and I just go, "I love you, Tom." And Tom just put his helmet up, and like I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get something out. I just might not be the right thing.
Yeah,
But like Tom acknowledged, and that's that. My buddy Joe Teddy worked at the Garden, worked at Fenway for years. He's met so many fucking people on like elevators and shit, and he met, I think it's Tom and Giselle in the elevator. And as an employee, you can't talk to them at all. Like you're just the help,
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey Tom, I just want to let you know, like you're a great human." Like he just got as much out as he could. And Tom's like, "Thanks, man. I really appreciate it." And then like, I don't know, a month later, he's on fucking national television handshaking Robert Kraft. It's fucking hysterical.
Dude, I like when I was like used to come home from college and like winter breaks,
Yep.
my girl I grew up with lived the street over. Her mother like had an inn at the Garden. So I would work in like the fry, fucking work the fucking sausage stand, right, for like the week. Get
Yep.
great money, and then at the end of after the fourth quarter, they would always be like, "Hey, go watch the game." It was fucking awesome. So like I remember, like it was yesterday. I get in the fucking elevator one day, service elevator. I'm going up. It's just me.
Yep.
Got this fucking lame ass gray shirt on. This is like whatever fucking, Sodexo or whatever the fuck was making the food that day.
Yeah.
And it's me and Kevin Garnett. When Garnett was, I was 19, so he was 19. He's the same age as me.
Yeah.
And first of all, Kevin Garnett is, when you stand next to Kevin Garnett,
Yeah, it
there's
doesn't make-
nothing
it
like
doesn't
it.
make sense.
And this was when he was 19 or 20, or he was, so
You're just sitting
he
next to
was
a-
the skinniest he was ever. Gonna
He's
be,
just
right?
you're standing next to a crane.
Like Jack Skeleton, whatever his name is, right? Skellington. So I got home that night, and I'm like, my old man, obviously a big hoop guy, and I'm like, he's like, "How's work?" I'm like, "It's good." I'm like, I took the service out, and Garnett was like, "Have a good day." Like he was cool, it was
Yeah.
like we just whatever. Hey, I'm like, I went up in the elevator with Kevin Garnett, and he's like, he just without missing a beat, he goes, "Wow," he goes, "Your lives are different, huh?" You're making fries. He's fucking dunking on people's heads. No fucking shit.
That's-
Also, free ad here. Free ad. The golf tournament.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. So October 7th.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the
Which,
8th.
by the way, dodging my son's birthday by a day.
The 8th is the beef and beer thing, right?
Yeah, which hopefully I can make it to that. It depends on when we have my son's party. October 7th though is a Friday. It's the Friday of Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
North Shore Beefs crew. I already bought a foursome for me and you. And the question is this. I'm going to ask you. I haven't asked you this on text. I've been saving it for the show.
Oh,
Do we
baby.
want to try to win this tournament?
If we do, I got a ringer.
Okay, so you have a ringer, I have a ringer.
That's fine. I am not a ringer.
No, I know that.
I'm a good time.
That's fine. That's fine. You have a ringer, though.
I can get a ringer. Yep.
Okay. All right, then I have a ringer, too.
So,
hopefully my buddy
so-
Kevin Meyer is not busy then.
So we're winning.
We're going to try to win.
All right.
Yeah, because Ferg usually wins it, I think, but he said his ringer is gone this year.
His brother.
His
I
brother.
heard it. I heard it. Yeah.
So, anyways, you should look up North Shore Beefs. They have this tournament. It's October 7th. And then they're going to have an event at Bentwater. No free ads. Free ads. By the way, Nestor sponsors the show. And that's going to be
Or at least
October
let us
8th.
get us there for a
That's going to
fucking
be October 8th. But the big event, as we said, we're pushing it already. October 28th.
October 28th.
It's going to be Friday night at the IA.
It is going to be.
It's going down. If you listen to the show, if you don't have a fucking wedding that night, and you're my friend, you're not going, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
You
Stop
not,
listening.
I will cut lifetime memberships to this garage
Listen.
in half.
That you have. I'm looking at the time now. You have 3 fucking months to find your babysitter, find coverage for work if you're a night person. We're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
We need. I'm gonna talk to my people at Boyd's Direct for some tickets. You need to buy the tickets ahead of time. You can't come there the night of.
No. In fact, let me make a point of this, as he was the guy who came up with the idea for this show. He also fucked me on the date at True North. My boy Scotty Moe. You better be going to this thing, Scotty Moe. You are on the fucking thin ice with me right now. He'll be laughing when he hears this. But yeah, seriously, like we're gonna figure out the. All right, let's put a hard date on this. Today's July 21st.
Today is July 21st.
We're gonna get details figured out by August 15th. And I mean, like, we're going to figure out who's catering.
Yep, which I hope we
I hope we got a little ace up our sleeve. I'm going to work on it.
Yep.
We're going to figure out tickets. We're going to figure out, you got the DJ.
I can get a DJ, yep.
Okay.
I have plenty of DJs, but I got one in mind.
Figure out the prizes. We're going to do some prizes.
Yeah, fuck
Best costume, all that stuff.
it. Sure.
Breakdancing contest, 100% happening. By the way, that is why I gotta get in shape, because I can't be getting videoed like 20 pounds extra breakdancing. I gotta be like 190 breakdancing.
Great.
It's gonna be an absolute fucking awesome
I
time.
can't wait, dude. We've said this time and time again. If we make zero fucking, which by the way, we haven't made $1. We have sponsors. We have sponsors, but like we're giving fucking shit away left and right, like fucking Oprah.
Yes.
All right. We are gonna have ourselves a time. We're having a blast doing this. It's not gonna stop anytime soon. So get fucking used to us. I had my phone. I sent you a text earlier today. I said it's the best when I'm on a job site. Different people are on different episodes. They come up to me and like, you'd rather hang out with fucking Stone Cold than fucking so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah, dude. And then 2 seconds later, someone else coming up to me and they're like, Gronk over Griffey? And I'm like, you don't know these fucking things.
Plus half of the shit that we talk about is in the heat of the moment. So we're like,
well, last night I got a text from my foreman, who I work with every single day.
Yeah.
And I've been on his job for a little over a month. And I thought I told him about it, and evidently I didn't. So yesterday he texted me at probably like this time. Well, no, a little later, probably like 4 or 5. He's like, dude, I'm on episode 2 and I'm fucking pissing myself. And I go, I didn't tell you about this? And then I was like, oh my God, dude. I was like, I get stickers all over the job site. I thought you had them. He's like, no, I don't. I was like, my bad, dude. I was like, I'm glad you're enjoying it. He was like, I'm dying laughing.
Yeah.
So shout out to Dan Clayton. That's my dude right there.
yeah.
So
All right, I'm gonna put something down right now because we do have good sponsors that have been helping us out. We just got T-shirts in, and those are all for giveaways for people who contribute to the show. Meaning, like, we're gonna pick out like a person every week or 2 weeks or whatever. Like, Scotty Moe's getting a shirt. Your boy Tom's getting a shirt. Tim's getting a shirt. My boy Ben Carcia is gonna get a shirt because he came up with some good shit this week. Now, I'm saying this right now. We haven't even discussed it.
Perfect.
By the way, this
Love
is
it.
how we
Love
just,
it.
we just,
Love
how
it.
we just lose money. This is
go.
we're throwing money away. Everything must go. When we release tickets, the first 30 people to buy tickets are getting a free T-shirt.
bing bong.
Done. Free T-shirt on your back. All right, and it's gonna be fucking. You're gonna look like an electric factory everywhere.
You
go.
really are. People are
shirts
going to be
say-
like, wow, you are classy.
Yeah, the shirts say "classy" on the front.
Yep.
And they say "pulling the cork" on the back.
Absolutely.
Right? First of many pieces of merch to come.
And we are going to have some shit. Eventually, we're going to have some shit online to buy.
Yeah, and so here's kind of what our modus operandi is. I think at first we're gonna give every piece of money that comes into the show is going back into the show at some point. So
Fact.
like either we're doing shirts to give away, right? Or we're like or we're gonna be we're paying for the hosting of the show, whatever the regular
Right.
stuff we gotta do.
Right.
But like. We want everybody who listens to this show to get
Talk
some
about
out of it too.
it. Talk about it.
Talk about it. Get some out of it.
Which
rate us a review.
We haven't mentioned that yet, dude. I can't. You always say this, but like I can't stress it enough. If you listen to it, it takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
5-star us, baby.
Yeah.
5-star us.
Yeah.
We are some top fucking recruits in the goddamn country.
Yeah.
We need some recognition.
Yeah.
If there was a draft and we weren't in the first round, we are not happy.
Yeah.
So fucking make that happen.
And we're on the come up. Like I've been listening to by the way, shout out to my buddy Kevin Meyer got me into Kirk Minahan now. I'm
Dude,
obsessed
you
with-
got it.
Dude,
Hold
he's
on.
like, go
What do
ahead.
you, no, you go.
But he's like, I love it. He's like, he's got such a built-in crowd. He's like, I don't give a fuck what review doesn't change my life at all. He's the opposite of us. He's like fucking murder me. Put a fucking 1 star. It doesn't change my life at all.
I told you what I listen to for podcasts, right? But Shane Gillis, who's not related to me, I don't
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
Up and coming,
Well,
fucking
hopefully you
hilarious.
are. Let's see if we can
hilarious fucking
You know what?
comedian.
Let's get a little 23andMe and see if we can get a hookup.
He's so funny. Not only is he have the same last name, but we are massive Notre Dame fans.
Yeah, and he won the case race. I think at fucking Joe Rogan show.
He did.
Yeah.
But
So he can hang.
he could come to the garage whenever he wants.
Oh yeah.
I know it's your house, but I'm inviting him.
Oh, open invite.
You're just sleeping. I'm here with Shane.
That's fine with me.
So he has, and I need you to listen to this. If you don't listen to his podcast, you should.
Yep.
He has a fucking 4 episodes with Louis C.K. They're massive history people. I love history.
Yeah.
Do you like history?
I love history. Yeah.
They start off with George Washington, and they go through all the presidents and talk like different facts and what happened. It is Dude, it took me 2 days to get through because they're like 2-hour episodes. It's fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
The amount of shit Louis C.K. knows about presidents.
I bet.
Like, I didn't watch it, so I don't know if like he was looking through shit.
Yeah.
I'm just listening. He is fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, Shane Gillis loves history. That's well documented.
Yeah.
I didn't know Louis C.K. was like. I didn't know Louis C.K. was half fucking Mexican.
Dude,
he spent his first 5 years in Mexico.
Louis C.K. was the first comic that blew my mind. I was like,
He's
and
so funny.
listen. He asked to jerk off before he did it. I'm just gonna say that. He was like, "Is it alright if I jerk off in front of you?" And they were like, "Yeah, it's okay." And then they're like, "Well, I kind of felt weird saying no." It's like you can if somebody asked to jerk off in front of me in this garage, I'd be like, "No,
Yeah.
you're not.
No,
You're fucking not jerking off in front of me.
Go outside.
I don't care if you're my boss. I'll fucking lose my job.
Go
you know what I
outside.
mean? Like, fuck off." Anyways, point being, Louis C.K. is canceled apparently, but he's coming.
He's coming back.
He's coming
He's
back.
coming
which I
back,
love,
dude.
by the
He's
way.
coming back. I love it.
Let's. You know what? Cancel the cancelers.
Dude, they tried to cancel.
I can't jerk off in front of them.
It's part of life. It's healthy. Can't be having that built up. What you can have, they try to cancel Cat Williams. Cat Williams can make a comeback now too.
Yeah.
He's on Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's thing is like, I'm not trying to shit on comedians. It's all right. It's just I didn't know what to expect. Cat Williams opens up and he's funny. He's funny on it.
Dude, you can cancel a white guy so easy. It's hard to cancel a fucking
But they were
a minority.
Yeah, but he got beat up by like 13-year-olds. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
It's like-
I do. But I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing, like, if you want to get canceled, the first step should be you have to be a white guy.
Caucasian.
Like, that is fucking,
What is your credit score?
yeah, 760. Like, we can do you, like, in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But
You ever told the
right
dirty
now,
joke?
the hottest thing on fucking the internet is Ricky Martin. You see that thing?
Oh, yeah, is he, like, fucking his nephew or something like that?
Yeah.
That's not good.
And his nephew's like going forward with it. Like
Pressing charges?
oh yeah. Like instead of like
Were they, like, together, like, for a while or something?
he probably could have got away with like, just give me 20 mil. But he's like going forward with it. So obviously Ricky was living La Vida Loca on his cock.
Ricky Martin have 20 million?
I don't know.
Like-
he did at one point.
It's like pesos? He's like, I mean...
It's like $6.
It's like $90. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, fucking... I get 20,000.
I think Puerto Rico, it has to be U.S. currency. Has to be.
What?
Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, because it's, yeah.
So, but like, that would be bad funny. I need 20 million pesos. What's that, like $6?
Fucking $180. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, dude, I think it is... I like that we're kind of getting a little... It feels like we're getting a little past the cancel culture stuff a little bit.
I hope so.
Speaking
dude.
of the woke people out there.
I hope so. I just think it's falling on deaf ears.
Well, I also think that it's like time to, like, I do think, like, not that, like you know, like I said, like, we have a good, solid, small listenership to this show.
For now.
Right?
For now.
For now. My message to you, when you're like, oh, they said retarded. You know what you can do? You can literally fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself in the ear.
Yeah, exactly, because you're a fucking loser. You have a dump in your pants, and you have fucking nothing cool to contribute to society.
And we're some pretty cool people.
If your contribution if your main contribution
Is to put us down?
society, no, not us.
Put anyone.
Is to take somebody down because you got stuffed in 9 lockers, and now you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking look up this tweet this person sent like 80 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's a time and a place when things are fucking way too beyond like reparations. Like you cannot repair the situation. You did something horrible.
What's the dude from Seinfeld? He's canceled.
Oh, Kramer. That was rough.
You're done, bud.
Yeah, and I love when Seinfeld was like, he's a good guy. I'm like, yeah, I mean, is he though?
That was a bold fucking
even if
move.
he's a good guy. He's a dummy. He's a fucking complete idiot.
Yeah, just,
like,
you could be like, he's a dummy.
Yeah.
You could have said that instead.
I think this was a great show, by the way.
I do too.
Yeah.
And it's nice that the sun's still out.
It is. I'm going to Top Gun Maverick right after this, by the way.
I heard.
going direct.
Yep.
Fucking-
I have to go to my barber right now because their toilet isn't working.
Nice.
So I have to do that. I have
And then
to
you
go.
have Hooters.
I have Hooters tonight, which I love Hooters. I think Hooters is wildly talked shit about because their food is like okay, but their
The food is fine.
I think their fucking wings are dynamite.
Listen, their service is so consistent.
It is.
It's a well-run establishment. I'm gonna. All right, let me give you a little. Here's my take on this. We live in the Saugus area.
Yeah.
Saugus is right up the street. We're in Melrose, Malden, right? Danny's in Malden and Melrose. When I tell you that there are 2 wing places within 2 miles of this house, 3 miles of this house. One is Wild Wings. They're both chains.
Yep.
Wild Wings.
Terrible.
The other is Hooters. Wild Wings. When you walk into Wild Wings, no offense if you're from Detroit, whatever. I feel like I was transported into like a Detroit underground casino.
It's
or something.
morbid.
It's dark as fuck.
It's morbid.
The people don't want to be there that are working
Is
there.
Undertaker walking in there? Like, I don't
I
understand.
don't think they've cleaned the beer lines since Christ was a Jew. My buddy
Dude, the
Kevin
last
Smith
time I
down
was
with it.
there, which I hate to talk about this, Notre Dame was playing Miami in 2016 or 17, and we lost, and we should have won.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's behind me, clearly.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still fucking talking about it. But, like, the service, there was one bartender and it was busy that night.
Yeah.
One bartender for fucking 100 people.
Yeah.
Not a good way to fuck. If you're a manager of that place and you're listening, you did a terrible
You're a
job.
fucking loser.
You should fucking become a librarian. You did
Yeah.
not know how to run that bar.
Yeah.
Get behind there and start fucking doing something. Do
Yeah.
anything.
Now.
Poor girl behind there was fucking busting her ass.
Miserable.
Guess what? Now I'm mad because I don't have 17 drinks in front of me like an asshole. I'm tapping on the bar, becoming Frank from fucking Hannaford's, sitting next to the person that was doing the deli.
Now, I will say that we used to go into the Wild Wings after basketball back when I was playing hoops. My buddy Paul Gentile listens to the show. He set the record on the Papa Shop there. So
Oh, right now-
I'm gonna
right to
give
the
him
left?
I'm gonna give him his love right now. I know
Sure.
he loves that. That said, when you walk into fucking Hooters, I feel like I'm in South Carolina. I'm honestly not there for like the cans in the ass. I'm
No,
not.
I'm not either.
It's a well-run establishment.
Yeah.
So
Can I-
no free ads, but free ad.
Can I tell you a very, very true story?
And Brendan loves it, right? Not
Oh,
me, Brendan.
massive,
Your son.
massive,
Yeah.
massive fan. I've took him there every year. He's 11. We're going 11 years strong. I've took him there, just me and him.
Yeah.
He was one in the fucking. I had him there with me, and up until now, where he's looking at everything and everything.
Yeah.
This is a true story, and we can end on this, or we can keep going. I don't really give a fuck. I was at a Hooters, and a guy was there sitting right. All right, so pretend opposite of this. It was the corner of the bar, but on like that side,
Yeah.
right? The girl was getting off her shift. Right-handed God,
Yeah.
right? So she's saying thank you to everybody. He's underneath, cracking his stick.
cracking stick?
Cracking stick.
That's
Then
fucking
the new
gross.
one came on. I'm not kidding. And I go,
Was this in Saugus?
I can't say.
Okay. All right.
I can't say. dude.
Anonymity.
I can't say. The new one came on, and I go, I don't think you understand what just happened. And she goes, was he jerking off again?
Again?
Again!
Like it was a regular fucking occurrence?
Like fucking 5 o'clock news.
Oh my god.
Right here. Like they were like, again? And I was like, what the fuck? I thought you were gonna like do something. They're like, no, we just give him water. Yeah. Right here, God.
Just snapping away. Just
Dude.
punching the clown.
I couldn't help myself.
What a
but laugh.
fucking degenerate. Dude.
Yeah, I
What a
couldn't.
this is what I wanted to say. I'm driving home. All right, this is the last. This is how we're gonna end it. I'm driving up Route 1. By the way, Route 1 in the Saugus area, Danvers, whatever, Revere. Okay, it's degenerate heaven. You've got 3 strip clubs just rocking, right?
Yeah.
Squire, Cabaret, Golden Banana. All right, Golden Banana and the Cabaret. Like you could, if you were a pretty fast person, it's 2 a.m. You can just go hop the fence and go to the other side of Route 1. Down there's a place called Amazing. It used to be called Amazing Video.
Yeah.
It's a
No windows.
porno fucking
Yep.
shop. Now they sell now it's like amazing novelties. It's like dildos, weed pipes, and porno, right? I don't know who's still buying porno tapes or DVDs, but they are apparently real degenerate shit. Their new slogan on the side, and I'm probably fucking this up because I wanted to write it on my phone, but I was driving. Is amazing, like whatever, just as amazing. It says because you are amazing. It should say because you're a fucking degenerate. Like this is a fucking stone box, right?
Yeah.
Just put here that if you have, like, first of all,
Where someone has to
but you
come
don't
in.
go buy shit there. That means you don't have the internet. You don't have a phone. Like
Dude,
who's buying dildos
Everything, like,
and pocket pussies?
everything that you would buy in a store that has 4 concrete walls that you want can get delivered totally discreetly.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't say, like, there's a fake dick in here. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't do that.
Imagine that's
Just
dude,
alarms. You hit a button, it's
there's
like,
a
fake dick,
in
fake dick, fake dick. Pocket pussies. It doesn't have that. It comes in a regular Amazon package, and the guy that's dropping it off from that Bezos infested fucking rat place,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Got
he
no
doesn't
idea.
know what it.
No
he has
idea.
no idea what it is
Yeah,
either.
no
Get it
idea.
on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know how they're still in business. They're like Radio Shack of fucking porn. Like, it's fascinating, dude, that they're still rocking.
You walk in this place, yeah, you guys have the Great American Dream, and you know what that is? It's a 3-foot dildo.
Yeah.
3 foot, bro. That thing goes in and it comes out of your throat.
Dude, that's like a 3-foot bong, but for absolute sexual
for
degenerates.
no reason.
Dude, that's
For
like
no
you gotta
reason.
have a real degenerate edge to you to do that.
You just, I mean, that's the definition of
Would it
nympho,
be
right?
anything worse than if you ran to like a person at like a porno store, like you know, like
No,
you ran to a Target,
nothing,
Like,
zero.
was like a teacher or something like that.
So, Jovan can tell you this real quick. I promise the last one. Jovan can tell you this. He went to Hempfest. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
weed smoking thing?
Yeah.
He saw a librarian there from Alden High
Yeah.
with a 3-foot bong.
Really?
Yeah.
He rips?
He's like, I don't even know if he's alive. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. He ain't going to find me. Mr. Saba.
Yeah.
Fucking, he had like glasses from the 1960s. I got to find a picture of him because he looked like.
Just fucking ripping fucking.
What the? And like, I remember being like, hey, Mr. And like, it all makes sense now, right?
Yeah.
I'm in high school and I'd be like, hey, Mr. Sally. Be like, I'll tell you what's up. No. What do you say? He say something about the Red Sox. I'll tell you what's up. The hits against the Red Sox. And he'd just be like, high as a kite throughout high school. And it all makes sense. My brother-in-law saw him with a 3-foot bong sitting underneath the tree.
All right. I think we're done.
Yeah, man. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was a
And
great
you
one.
got to go catch fucking.
Yeah, I gotta go catch
Maverick.
fucking Tom Cruise, fucking be a complete weirdo, but look awesome on TV as usual. And you're going to fix a toilet.
I am going to fix it.
By the way, that's how glamorous the show is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fucking blow $88 on fucking 2 popcorns and 2 Pepsis, and Danny's gonna go fucking get a free haircut out of fixing the toilet, maybe.
Got it.
All right, we'll be back. Well, this is you're hearing this on
Yeah,
Monday.
you'll hear
We're
this,
back
yeah.
a week from this. We don't. By the way, we don't fucking miss.
Want to know
Cal
why?
Ripken.
Want to know why?
Cal Ripken fucking.
Want to know why? Because we're fucking full-fledged fucking here for you. That's why.
Exactly. That's right. All right. Have a great fucking Monday. Rest of the Monday for you.
Yeah. Oh, I got a golf Sunday, by the way. It's going to be like 107.
Jesus Christ. All right. Have
Later.
fun. Peace.